Guys, please confirm to me. All of you are getting my voice on screen. Those are attending in online. Am I audible, guys? Guys, please confirm to me. All of you are getting my voice on screen. Those are attending in online. Guys, please confirm to me. All of you are getting my voice on screen. Those are attending in online. All of you respond to me, guys. All of you are getting my voice on screen. Those are attending in online. Am I audible? Yeah, thank you. All right. Good evening, guys. After a long time, right? Fine. Yes, sir. Huh? All right, sir. Okay, no problem. Today onwards, I'll continue our another next level of the technology. Don't worry. Then whatever the doubts you are having in our mind, I know each and every point. I know that each and every doubt. Definitely, I'll give some solutions to you. Don't be panic. Don't go for any tensions. Have trust on me. Then I will fulfill it. Okay. This is a simple word. What I am telling to you. Even in a demo classes, I'm not going to tell I'm going to do this kind of work, this kind of things, no. But in the later run, you are going to understand it. But first of all, don't be panic. We'll go for our content as usual. More content I'm going to discuss with you. Just this is a simple word what I'm telling to you. Okay. Still, if you are not believing that, meet me after the class. We'll have clear cut discussion on it. Don't worry. But I'm giving word to you. Whatever the questions you are having in your mind, I know that every question, definitely I'll provide solution for them. Okay, leave it. Now, let's move on to the points now. Let's understand the points here. What we are discussing, the topic, what exactly the topics here we are, that means we need to start today. I need to take some introductory part for Java. Now, here, we need to go with like what there. I want to take, right, sir, just give a minute of time. Now, Java frameworks, 6 p.m. All right, sir. Now inside this Spring 6 p.m. Okay. All right, sir. Now Spring framework. All right, just give a minute of time. Right, sir. Now, all right, sir. Now, all of you, please take this link now for the sake of our classrooms notes every day. Let me check once whether it is coming or not. Yeah, it's okay. Now we are getting this content here. It's okay, fine. Right. All of you take this link, Springer class notes, http:// tinyurl.com/spring 6 p.m. notes, daily classroom notes. We are able to take in this content. Okay. Right, sir. Now, right. Next one is, yeah. So, Google Classroom link, that means code, Google Classroom code, I'll provide. Just 2 minutes of time. Let us complete it. Then after that, we will move on to the content. Why? Because this is about our communication. Or else maybe at the end of the class, I will show this one here, Google Classroom. Or else wait just minute of time. I'll finish it 2 minutes of time. Right, sir. Happy Teachers Day. Today is a Teachers Day. Huh? Oh, yeah. Why this message is available? Okay, fine. 1 minute. Then, right, sir. Now, just welcome message I'm sending. Please take this link, that means this classroom coach, all of you, or else just give a minute of time. 1 minute. I'll paste here. No. Right. Take this Google Classroom also. You know already how to join with this Google Classroom. Java frameworks and Spring like this created some Google Classroom. Yes, sir. All of you have taken these details. Okay. Then all formalities are okay, completed. Shall we start the content? Okay. Yeah. So this is classroom notes link and this is Google Classroom code. Through this code only you have to join with the Google Classroom. I think all of you are aware about it. How to join with the Google Classroom. Right. It's okay. Now, coming to the Spring framework. What is the purpose of Spring framework? What is the need of this framework? Before going to understand the purpose of the Spring framework, first of all, what is the purpose of the framework? What is this framework? What is the requirement to go for this framework? In a single statement, I can give conclusion. In a single word, I can give conclusion. What is that conclusion here? To accelerate and to simplify enterprise application development, we are going to use the Spring framework. That's it. Now, second definition for it. A simple way. What is the purpose of Spring framework? If we come for this point, to accelerate. What is the meaning of to accelerate? No, speed up. To speed up the application development and to simplify the application development. For these two purposes only, we are using Spring framework. One more simple example. I have a project. I have a project. If I prepare that project without the frameworks, maybe Spring framework or Struts or JSF, whatever it may be, without this, if I prepare a project, it may take nearly 5 years of time. It may take nearly 5 years of time. But with the frameworks, if I prepare the same project, with the framework, if I prepare the same project, then it may take nearly 2.5 years of time. 2.5 years of time. Understand it? What is the advantage of this frameworks? No? Total application development is simplified. The total application development is simplified. Not only simplifying the application development, not only simplifying this application development, we can speed up the application development. When we simplify the application development, automatically application development will be speed up. When it is speed up, development time will be reduced. When a development time is reduced, development cost will be reduced. Development cost will be reduced, and so on. These many advantages here we are able to get clearly. Understand my point here? So when we use frameworks, so many advantages we are able to get. In a high level discussion, what I am telling to you, application development is very simple. Application development time will be reduced. Cost of the application development will be reduced. Productivity will be increased. What is the meaning of productivity? No, less time, more implementation. Less time, more product. That is called as what their productivity. These are the various advantages of what their frameworks. Because of this reason only, frameworks are having very good demand still in outside. Understand it clearly? Okay, I will talk about it again. What is framework? What are the advantages of these frameworks? Why Spring framework is having this much of demand when compared with all the points we are going to understand one by one clearly. But before that, we need to have some introductory content. What introductory content here? What introductory points here? We are going to understand there clearly. Observe carefully what I am telling to you. These frameworks may be Spring framework, maybe Hibernate, maybe or Struts, maybe or JSF, maybe. All these are meant for preparing enterprise applications. All these are working. All these are meant for what applications? No, enterprise applications only. Understand it clearly? Fine. But first of all, tell me what is an enterprise application? Before going to prepare enterprise application, at least we need to have some knowledge on it. What is an enterprise application? What is the meaning of this enterprise application? Okay, before understanding this enterprise application, again I'm asking a question to you. What is an enterprise? What exactly the meaning of an enterprise? After that, we will think about enterprise application. After that, we will think about it, how we are going to prepare enterprise application. After that, we are going to think how to prepare enterprise applications with the frameworks. After that, we will understand how to prepare enterprise applications by using Spring framework. There's many questions here we have to understand clearly. First of all, tell me what is an enterprise? That's my question. What exactly the meaning of an enterprise? Simple question I'm asking to you. Answer for me. A roadside saloon shop. I think you are frequently visited there. Saloon shop. Can I say it's an enterprise? Okay, leave it. No, your mind is not working for it. No, we cannot say it's an enterprise. No, not possible. Okay, now come for the next example. Durga Software Solutions. You know already very well. Long time onwards you are coming here, getting boring already. Now tell me, can I say Durgasoft is an enterprise? Still no. Okay, leave it. This one is also not good example. Tata Group of Industries, Reliance Group of Industries. Can I say they are enterprise? Can I say the Tata Group of Industries is an enterprise? Come on, right? Yes. Okay, now our mind is accepting that point. So Saloon Shop is not an enterprise, but Durgasoft is not an enterprise, but Tata Group of organizations, Reliance Group of organizations, all these are like what their enterprises only. Why, sir? Understand what is the difference there? Why we are having this kind of differences now? How can you say that Tata Group of Industries is an enterprise? Right. The simple point here, what I am telling to you, general awareness only, not too much technical definitions. General awareness, general definition for an enterprise. It is a group of organizations running under a single label. Enterprise is a group of organizations running under a single label. If you take Tata, the label is Tata. But how many verticals are available under this Tata? How many domains are available? How many platforms are available under this Tata? Right from salt to steel. Get my point now? Salt to steel. How many businesses are available? How many parts are available under this Tata? Nothing. As per your awareness, first one is a Tata Salt. Right from long time onwards, you heard about it. Tata Salt. Next one is what there? Tata Steel. Anyway, I given information there. Next one is what there? I think related to you from the Tata TCS, Tata Consultancy Services, TCS, Tata Insurance, Tata Motors. Previously might be Tata Telecommunications, Docomo previously. Sir, got my point or not? And now nowadays might be Tata Motors is in a peak position now. Tata Motors is in a peak position now. Telecommunications is also another thing. Still, majority of the landline phones are connected with the Tata only. Understand it clearly. Like this, we can take any number of things inside the Tata. Leave it. Reliance Group of Industries, if we take now. Under the name Reliance, how many things are available here? Just think of it. You're not aware about it, not in Hyderabad, in Mumbai, Reliance's saloon shops are also available. Do you know that? In Mumbai, in Calcutta, some cities, I think it's in Bangalore, maybe. Reliance's saloon shops are available. Previously in AP and Telangana, Reliance people have planned for intermediate education. They want to take over Chaitanya or Basham, this kind of colleges. But I don't know what is the reason why. What happened there? They have taken back step for it. But previously they planned it. That news was there in out. Understand it clearly. So not only that. Now Tata, now not only Tata, Reliance if we take now, nowadays might be Reliance Fresh or maybe like Q Marts, something else like what there. Different e-commerce sites are available related to this Reliance, Reliance Digitals, Reliance Mobiles, not Geo at present. Am I right or not? Geo in the peak portion in like what there demanded network provider nowadays in outside. Geo, like this. If we take so many, even Reliance Gas is in the highest participation in the gas related products, highest participation. See, these many things are available. That means for all of them, what is the single label here? No, Reliance, Reliance Industries. There's a single label, but where multiple domains are available. So such type of things are called as what their enterprise. That type of things are called as what their enterprise. We cannot say roadside saloon shop is an enterprise. Where also the business is going on, it's okay. But what type of business? No, only one domain of business, only one type of business. Understand my point here? Roadside pachari shop, there also business is going on, but we cannot say it's an enterprise. No. Durgasoft is an organization, business organization. There also business is going on, but that business is not like what there as per like enterprise, like not like enterprise. There's only one type of domain here we are having. For example, if Durgasoft is having multiple domains, If Durgasoft is having multiple domains, what are the multiple domains here? Now tell me. At one side we are in IT training. At other side might be if you are providing IT services. At other side if you are providing some real estate. At other side might be if you are doing some other business. But all of them are come under a particular Durgasoft, that label. Then we can say that Durgasoft is also like what there? An enterprise. All right, sir. It's a group of organizations running under a single label. It's okay. In other words, what I'm telling to you, simple points. Under this is point number one. Next one is, apart from this, another point here, what I'm telling there, it is a business organization. It's a business organization. Understand my point here? It's a business organization where business is going on. Where business is going on. What's the meaning of this business here? No, I can understand it clearly. Just from one hand, money has to be changed to other hand. Corresponding to that, services will come from opposite side to the present side. If you give money, services will come. Then definitely the simple point about like what their business. It's a business organization simply where business is going on. That means money is exchanged from one hand to another hand for the sake of the services. That's it. This is the meaning of like what their business, where business is going on for the services, for the services. That's it. Now this is exactly the meaning of like what there an enterprise. Simple. Just we understood what is an enterprise. That's it. Understand my point clearly. Next one is, take for example, take a Tata group of organizations or maybe Reliance Industries, maybe anything we can take an example. There, inside their Reliance group of Reliance Industries or maybe Tata group of organizations, inside this, business is going on. But to do that business, some process has to be established or not? Some process has to be going on or not? Definitely some process is going on. Am I right or not? That process is nothing but what their business processing. Some processing is going on. Business processing. What is the meaning of processing? No. What is the meaning of processing? No. Processing in the sense like what there, tracking each and every employee, each and every store, each and every customer. Then after that, when customers are coming to our stores, then giving services for them. What type of services we are maintaining? What type of customers are coming? How much business is going on yearly wise and monthly wise and day wise? All these calculations are going to be maintained inside this processing. That collective information is nothing but what there processing. That collective details are nothing but what there processing. Yes, sir. All of you get my point or not? So definitely at each and every enterprise, some processing is going on. That processing is for the sake of the business only. So that processing is nothing but what there business processing. A simple example, think of it, Durgasoft is an organization. In a Durgasoft organization, some business processing is going on. First of all, tell me what processing is going on at Durgasoft here, if we talk about it. So in Durgasoft, so many number of employees are available, where number of trainers are available, number of students are available, number of courses are available. Students are coming for the courses at Durgasoft. Now Durgasoft has to give platform for attending the classes and classes management, faculty management, student management, courses management, schedules management. Each and every part is available. That all of them, all these kind of things, here we have to manage properly. This entire collective information and this entire processing, the maintaining all of these entities in a track, in a particular track. Now that thing is nothing but what they're processing. That processing is mainly for what their business. So this processing is called as what their business processing. Understand my point here? Think a minute about it. Reliance Digitals is available. Reliance Industries. If Reliance.com website is not available, how much it is hard, very hard for Reliance Industries to maintain their business, to track their business now. That means indirectly what I am asking there, if the software products are not available with the Reliance people, how it is very much difficult to maintain that business now. If no software, no chance of maintaining computer, for example, or even though computer is available, you may work with Excel sheets only max. Without that software products, without having the softwares, how much it is very difficult to maintain that business now, tell me. 25 years back if we take no, that software maybe not even 25 years no, 30 years back if we take no, No software is available. Software is not getting very boom. No software is available by the time 30 years back, for example, 30 years back. Then how the business is running there? Everything is maintained in the physical records only, record books only. Simple example, in our school time, what software is available in our schools? No, that attendance is maintained through the registers or not. The same type of registers are going on in every domain in the enterprise application. But how much it is very difficult to maintain that entire processing in the form of registers? No. Even though you are using computers without softwares, then everywhere we have to maintain some Excel sheets only. But how much data we are going to manage this Excel sheet? Maintaining data in Excel sheets is okay, but how to process the data in a simplified way? Excel sheet capacity is max what there 1000 records, for example. More than the data if you are having. I want to retrieve all records at a time. How much it is very difficult to retrieve all the data. We have to maintain a torchlight to wait for to search for a particular person in the 1000 records now. Manually we have to check everything, but it is somewhat difficult. All right, exactly. To simplify this enterprise business processing, to simplify the business processing, software applications are coming into the pictures. Software applications are coming into the pictures to simplify the business processing inside the enterprises. Now the software applications which simplifies the business processing inside the enterprise applications, inside the enterprises, that the software applications are called enterprise applications. The software applications are called as what? Their enterprise applications. Now tell me, what is the meaning of enterprise application? Enterprise application, what is the meaning of it clearly? All right, sir. Now here I'm giving clarity. It is a software application. What is this now? Tell me. It is a software application. That enterprise application is a software application. It can be used to simplify. It can be used to simplify the business processing in the enterprises. Come on, guys. Now tell me what is the point here I said to you. The software, that means enterprise application is what? It is a software application. It can be used to simplify the business processing in the enterprises. Inside the enterprises, some business processing is going on. To simplify that business processing, here we have to go with what their enterprise application, some software application. The software application is called as what there? An enterprise application. Yes, sir. All of you are following the points or not? Clear to all of you? Right, sir. This is exactly the meaning of like what their enterprise application. Understand the content here, what I'm telling you. Right, sir. Overall, two definitions are given now, up to now. What are the two definitions here? First one is what there? An enterprise. Second one is what there? Enterprise application. Tell me, what is an enterprise here? As a group of organizations running under a single label. Second one is what there? It's a business organization where business is going on for the services. That's okay. But what is an enterprise application? It is a software application. It can be used to simplify the business processing in enterprises. Okay, fine. After that, we understood what is an enterprise, what is the meaning of enterprise application. Then what is the next point now? What is the next point? Now try to understand it clear. The next point is like what I'm telling to you. How we are going to prepare an enterprise application. Being the developer, how I'm going to prepare this enterprise application. Or else to prepare enterprise application, what layers we have to maintain, what we have to do being the developer, what exactly the work I have to do being the developer. That all the points here I need to provide clearly. Right, sir? Now all of you understand it clearly. Enterprise application, to prepare enterprise application, to prepare enterprise applications, we have to provide the following three layers. We have to provide the following three layers. Put more concentration, all of you know. To prepare enterprise applications, we have to provide the following three layers. What are the three layers? Here we have to provide that. The very first one is like what there? User interface layer. User interface layer, or simply speaking, presentation layer. First one is what there? User interface layer. Second one is, that means our presentation layer. Next one is what there? business processing layer, business processing layer, business processing layer, or simply business layer, business processing layer, or simply business layer. Third one is data storage and access layer, or simply speaking persistence layer, or maybe data layer. In other words, either data layer or persistence layer or data storage and access layer. These many names here we are getting clearly. Yes, sir. All of you following the points or not? Now tell me. To prepare enterprise applications, we have to use the following three layers. What are the three layers here we have to use there? First one is what there? User interface layer or presentation layer. Business layer, business processing layer or business layer. Next one is what there? Data storage, access, data storage and access layer or persistence layer. These are the overall layers what you are having to prepare these enterprise applications. All right, sir. Now we need to understand one by one clearly. Yes, being the Java developer, as you are going to prepare enterprise applications now, definitely we need to have awareness on these components clearly, these three layers clearly. Then only we are able to achieve our requirements. Again, I'm telling to you why I'm discussing about the total scenario. There are some links. Spring framework is meant for enterprise applications. So first of all, we have to understand enterprise application. Before understanding enterprise application, first we have to understand what is an enterprise. That's why I started our definitions right from enterprise. Next one is what there? Enterprise application. After that, now I'm starting like what there? Enterprise application architecture. All right, simply speaking, enterprise application architecture. This is the point here, what I'm giving to you. Enterprise application architecture. To prepare enterprise applications, we have to provide the following layers. Now here we can identify this diagrammatic view. If you observe this clearly, right, sir. Now see this point here. First one is like what there? User interface layer. Next one is what there? Business processing layer. Then after this, data storage and access layer. Data storage and access layer. These are overall three layers what you are having in enterprise application architecture. Don't compare with MVC architecture. Don't compare with any other architectures. I will talk about these architectures very soon. Part of the introduction itself, we are going to understand all these architectures. But timing, just we need to understand in an enterprise application what exactly the architecture is available. That architecture here we are understanding clearly. Of course, in every enterprise application, we need to maintain some repositories. Some databases are required. Without databases, we can't do anything. Without databases, we are unable to do anything here. Now we can identify clearly. Now this is exactly the points about like what there. Right, sir. Like this. Here we are having all the content. Now this is about like what there databases. This is databases or maybe database. Now these are the various layers here we are getting. This is a simple diagram for like what there enterprise application architecture. Enterprise application architecture. Then this is the content here we are having clearly. Right, sir. That's okay, fine. User interface layer or presentation layer out of all the things. Then what we are understanding about these layers now? What you are understanding it clearly. All right, sir. Now observe carefully the very first one here. What I am telling to you. Understand these points now. Very first one. It is the topmost layer in the enterprise applications. It's the topmost layer in enterprise applications. But what is its main intention? What exactly its main intention? Its main purpose is to improve look and feel to the enterprise applications. enterprise applications. Its main purpose is like what there, to improve look and feel, to improve the look and feel to the look and feel of the enterprise applications. You know already the meaning of this look and feel. Simple point, take any website nowadays in outside. In every website, that login forms may be, registration forms may be, search forms may be, delete forms may be, add forms may be, everything is available in the form of some GUI part or not, graphical user interface part or not. Yeah, think of it. Is it possible to run any enterprise application without that user interface? Without that user interface, is it possible? Okay, of course, even though it is possible, but easily if you want to get the data from the users, easily if you want to interact with the enterprise application, that user interface is required or not. Simple example, think a minute about it. Without having login page, how can you complete that user login? How can you check that valid user through this login? Understand my point here? So definitely that user interface is providing what their look and feel. That user interface layer or presentation layer is providing look and feel to the enterprise applications. Is having good look and having feel while using that application. Good feel and good look while using that application. That's the meaning of like what they look and feel of the enterprise applications. That's the main purpose. That's okay, fine, good. Next one is another point. I'm giving one more question to all of you guys. Now try to answer for it. Everybody understand it now. Every website, if you take in general, standard websites, I'm telling to you, every website are maintaining an entry point for the users. Am I right or not? Maybe in the form of welcome files, or maybe in the form of index pages, or maybe in the form of login pages. Definitely some entry point is available. That entry point is in user interface or not? That entry point is what there, an user interface or not? Maybe welcome file, maybe, or login page, maybe anything. If anything we can take now, but that thing is nothing but what there, an user interface or not? So the point what I'm telling there, user interface is providing an entry point for the users to enter into the enterprise applications. Also carefully, what's the point I'm telling to you? User interface is providing an entry point for the users to enter into the enterprise applications. Without having entry point, how can we access our enterprise application services? Of course, our bank application is available. ICICI Bank is available. To do some transaction, we require some user interface or not? So for example, I want to transfer some amount from my account to my friend account now. How it is possible there? Here we need to be specify some data or not? What data here we have to specify? Our present account details we have to provide. My friend account details I have to provide. But where we are providing all these details now? Where we are providing all these details, definitely we need to have some user interface or not. Through this particular user interface only, we are going to provide this. It means that that user interface is providing an entry point for us to access our enterprise application or not. That is one point. Then another point, here itself I covered that point also. Because of this user interface only, we are collecting data from the users, we are sending the data to the enterprise applications. If login form is not available, how can we collect that username and password data from the user? If registration form is not available, how can we collect that registration details from the user? Understand my point clearly what I'm telling you? So definitely here we are having like what they, some registration forms, some login forms, some forms are available. Because of that reason only, we are getting the data, we are collecting the data from the users in order to send the data to the respective server side applications. Yeah, that's why here what I'm telling there, user interface layer, user interface layer, user interface layer is providing, user interface layer is providing a very good environment to collect the data, in order to send the data, in order to submit users data, in order to submit user data to the enterprise applications, to like what their user enterprise applications. Understand it clearly what is the point I'm telling you now? So user interface layer is providing a very good environment to collect the data in order to submit data to the enterprise applications. This is another point here what you are getting clearly. Sir, clear? All of you are getting my point here? Just a simple explanation only, nothing else. Just assume the situations now. Registration page is available for what purpose? To get the data from user to submit the data to the server side application. For this particular requirement only, user interface layer is existed. Clear to all of you? Right, sir. That's okay, fine. That is one point here. Next one is after that, after completion of this, all of you understand it clearly. For example, I have some registration form where I entered some data. Inside the registration form, I entered the data. When I click on submit button or login button or registration button, whatever it may be, automatically the data is submitted to the server side application or not. Server side application is using the data. But before using the data in the business logic, first we have to check whether the data is valid or not. Before using the data in the enterprise applications, first we have to check whether the data is valid or not. Without checking whether the data is valid or not, how can we trust the data? How can we use the data in our applications? No. Understand my point clearly? Say for example, one bank application or maybe some other application I'm preparing now. Some other social service application here we are preparing there. Inside this, we are collecting user data through the registration form, where a date of birth field is available. In the date of birth field, if we provide a fast data, a particular past data, maybe some 12 1996, for example, if I provide now. And every year when the 12th date, 12th month is coming there, our application wants to send some greeting message to the user. Happy birthday message to the user. Understand my point, for example, in this particular situation, if user has entered 12th date, 12th month, but here is what there, 2052, he has given that. How my application has to trust the data? How my application has to submit that greeting message to the user? Say for example, 12th date, 12th month we provided. Unfortunately, when I'm entering 12th date, 1, 2, I typed properly. Unfortunately, my last finger is touching 0. Then what value is coming there? 120 value is coming for the date. Is it possible to have the date 120? Without checking this data, if my software application is storing the data into the database, if it wants to send some what message there, greeting message to the user, how it can identify that 120th is the date? No, 120th date, is it possible? Understand my point clearly? So because of that reason here, we need to check the data, whether data is a valid data or not. Say for example, email ID address is available, email ID. For example, if you provide abc@gmail.com, it's okay, valid. abc@ some xyz.com, if you provide now, how my application is going to recognize this? Or else maybe in place of email ID, if you provide only abc provided without having @gmail.com, but how my application has to send a mail to the user? Understand my point, Ken? So that definitely we require some data validity or not. The data checkup is required or not before using the data in the enterprise applications now. All right, because of that reasons, because of checking whether the data is valid or invalid before using the data in the business logic, there we have to go for a process. The name of that process is called as what? The name of that process is called data validations. The name of the data checkup is what there? Data validations. Remember this. Now tell me, what is the meaning of data validations? The process of checking whether data is valid or not before using the data in the enterprise applications. The process of checking whether data is valid or not before using the data in the enterprise applications. Then the process is called as what? Data validations. So here we have to check the data validations or not. We have to provide the data validations or not. All right. To provide the data validations, there are two approaches. Data validations, we understood. Purpose of data validations, we understood. But how many types of data validations are available? Two types of data validations are available. I think in advanced Java and serverless classes already given information for it. What are the two types of data validations now? First one is server side data validations and second one is client side data validations. First one is what there? Server side data validations, and first one is what? Second one is what there? Client side data validations. What is the meaning of server side data validations? What is the meaning of server side data validations? Whenever we are having some registration form, when we enter the data in the registration form, when we click on submit button, automatically the data is coming. The data is coming to like what their server side application. When the data is coming to the server side application, at server side application, we are going to take the data. At server side application, we are going to collect the data. Before using the data, we are going to check whether the data is valid or not. For that purpose, we are going to write some Java code. That Java code will check whether data is valid or not. If the data is valid, then only the data will be used in the enterprise application. If the data is not valid, then the data will not be used in the enterprise application. It will send a message to the user, whatever the data you entered here, it is invalid data. Please provide valid data. But now tell me, at which machine the data validation is going on? At server side or at a client side? No, server side only. At server machine only. At server side application only, data validations are going to be happen. So because of that reason, the type of data validations are called as what they're server side data validations. But server side data validations are having some problem. Actually, for checking the data is valid or not at server side, before that what we have done? First of all, we open registration form. In the registration form, we enter the data. We click on submit button. Then only the data is coming to the server side. The data is transferred to the server side. At the server side, the data validations are going to be checked. This is what exactly the process we are doing. But how much time it has taken there to perform these data validations? No, first we have to provide the data, we have to send the data from client machine to server machine. After that only we are checking it now. But how much time it is going to be wasted here now? How much time it is going to be wasted to check whether the data is valid or not? If I do the same data validations at browser before submitting data to the server, if I perform these data validations at client machine before submitting data to the server side, then automatically we are going to save our time or not? Transferring time is going to be saved or not? That's why, because of that reason, there we have to go with what their client side data validations. There we have to go with what their client side data validations. Everybody put more concentration. There we have to go with what their client side data validations. What exactly the meaning of client side data validations? The process of checking whether data is valid or not at a client mission, at a client browser before submitting data to the server side application. Then that type of data validations is called as what their client side data validations. Good. Understand this point now. To perform server side data validations, we are going to write Java code. Through Java code, we are going to check the server side data validation. That's okay. Good. Nice. But how can we perform this client side data validations? No. To check the client side data validations or to perform client side data validations, what code I have to provide, what we have to use there, either directly or indirectly, either through frameworks or without the frameworks, whatever it may be, client side data validations we are going to perform by using JavaScript functions. Client side data validations we are able to perform by using JavaScript functions. Yes, sir, all of you are getting my points clearly? Right, sir. Client side data validations here we are going to perform by using JavaScript functions. Okay. We are going to use JavaScript functions we are going to use to perform client side data validations. But where we have to write the JavaScript functions? No? Definitely, if you want to execute JavaScript functions, first we have to provide the JavaScript code or not. Then where we are going to write the JavaScript code? As we completed UI technologies, you have to give answer for my questions now. Where we are? Where we have to write the JavaScript functions now? The JavaScript functions here we have to write inside the HTML pages only, inside the JSP pages only. That means altogether what I am telling there, the JavaScript functions we are writing inside the user interface only. Yes, sir. Am I right or not? The JavaScript functions we are going to write inside like what there? User interface only. So user interface is providing JavaScript functions in order to perform client-side data validations or not. That is another requirement of like what their user interface. So understand it clearly. First of all, I've given what is the requirement of the data validations. What is data validations? How many types of data validations? Client-side data validations. Inside this client-side data validations, JavaScript functions here we have to provide. All these things are nothing but what there about this user interface requirement. All right, now user interface will provide a very good environment, a very good environment to perform client side data validations. User interface will provide a very good environment to perform client side data validations. That is the main intention of like what there, right? User interface here we can identify clearly now. That's okay, fine. See, all of you know up to know what is the purpose of this user interface layer, what we are understanding there, no? It's the topmost layer in the enterprise applications. Its main purpose is to improve look and feel in the enterprise applications. User interface layer is providing an entry point for the users in order to enter into the enterprise applications. User interface layer is providing a very good environment to collect the data in order to submit data to the enterprise applications. User interface will provide a very good environment to perform client side data validations. Right, sir. These are the points here we are understanding clearly. Next one is one normal question I'm asking to you. Now try to answer for it clearly. All of you observe carefully. Right, sir. Now see this one. All of you listen carefully. In our web applications, we prepared number of forms. User forms we created. Am I right? Yes, sir. In advanced Java, we have seen that. Okay. Right, sir. In the user forms, what is the default request type from client to the server? Form tag is available. Inside the form tag, method is available. Method is equal to, we are going to provide what there? Some request type. Now here, if I have not specified any method attribute in the form tag, what request type is submitted to the server side application? What request type here we submitted there? No response, guys. At least, are you aware about it? What is the default request type from client to server? Okay, today is a demo class, right? Good evening to all of you. Fine. Get request type is the default request type from client to the server. Today, I don't want to disappointment you. Just I want to give entertainment only, but tomorrow definitely I'll ask some questions to you. Okay, fine. So the default request type for every web application. Hi, enter. No, no. You come. Yeah, come. You're totally corrupting that entire environment there. All the people are innocent people there, but you are only the wrong person there. Yeah, you can sit there in front of me. Tell me, what is the default request type in web applications? Huh? Get request type, no? What is the most powerful request type in web applications? Huh? Come on, your answer is right. What is that? No powerful request types, no. Common information I'm telling that. Come on, understand the point. Please try to understand it. Almost all 20 minutes of time. Next. Okay. Right, sir. So default request type is what they get that we are providing there clearly. Understand it now. Now the point is what my requirement is what I want to send different types of requests, not only catch. I want to send different types of requests. If you want to send different types of requests from client to the server, there we have to use form tag. Inside the form tag method attribute we have to use. To that method attribute, what we have to provide there? Get anyway by default, not record specific get. By default, it will send get only. But method is equal to post we can specify, head we can specify, delete we can specify, put we can specify. Different types of requests here we are able to provide or not? All of you understand my point clearly. Different types of requests here we are able to provide or not? Right. But how we are going to provide different types of requests? No, to specify to send different types of requests. First, we have to provide the type of request in the form. Inside the form tag in a method attribute, we have to provide a particular request type. But where we have to provide that form tag? No, that form tag we have to provide in HTML file or JSP file or not? That is what user interface or not? That HTML file will come under what user interface layer or not? So the point is what user interface layer is able to provide a very good environment, user interface layer is able to provide a very good environment to send different types of requests, to send different types of requests, to send different types of requests from client to the server side applications. Right, sir. User interface layer is able to provide a very good environment to send different types of requests from client to the server side application. Right, sir. Now this is one point here we can understand. Okay, clear. Actually, we understood the purpose of the user interface layer. Okay, these purposes are sufficient. But how I'm going to prepare user interface layer? How I'm going to prepare user interface? Definitely, if you want to prepare some user interface layer or some layer, definitely we have to use some technologies or not. Some programming language or some technology here we have to use or not. Right. The point is what? To prepare user interface layer, to prepare user interface layer, we have to use a separate logic. We have to use a separate logic, that is presentation logic. What is that logic, sir? Now tell me. Presentation logic. To prepare user interface layer, we have to use a separate logic. That logic is what? There, presentation logic. All right. Next one is what? There, to prepare the user interface layer, presentation logic. Next one is to prepare the presentation logic in a enterprise application. To prepare presentation logic in the enterprise applications, we have to use, to prepare the presentation logic in enterprise applications, we have to use a set of technologies, like web technologies. What are the web technologies? No examples here I'm telling to you. HTML we can understand. All right, so now tell me, then basic UI technologies, whatever the UI technologies are available. HTML, next one is what there, CSS, what next one here, Bootstrap. Arey yaar, don't forget about this Bootstrap. It plays very good role. That Bootstrap is giving boost up for the UI technologies. Before the Bootstrap, then a hard coding of CSS we have to write. Hard coding of CSS in the sense, lot more CSS styles here we have to prepare. But because of the Bootstrap only, that CSS is getting suppressed. CSS is getting what there? Effective utilization. Understand it clearly. In a CSS, in a styles, you are going to write this much of code. But because of Bootstrap, one predefined class is sufficient. That's enough. Automatically, that all hundreds of styles are going to be provided in a single Bootstrap class. So that Bootstrap is very, very important. But I don't know how much you are familiar with this Bootstrap now. But if you are not familiar with that Bootstrap, try to get good knowledge on Bootstrap. It simplifies our UI part. Okay, but the framework, basically it's a framework. Bootstrap is a framework for CSS. Right, sir. Next one is HTML, CSS, Bootstrap. Then what next one here? JavaScript. In the UI technologies, the heart of the UI technologies is what there? JavaScript only. Understand my point here? Heart of the UI technologies is what there? JavaScript. One simple example I'm telling to you. Understand it clearly. Say for example, I want to construct a building. What materials are required? Now tell me. Example. I want to construct a building. What materials are required? Bricks we required, iron we required, water we required. Then what next one? Proper foundation we required. Like manpower we required. All these are nothing but individual components. That individual components are provided by HTML. HTML is providing what there? Individual component, table tag or body tag or maybe div tag. Then after that, like what the text field tag. All these are individual components which are provided by HTML. HTML is providing raw elements. Only to prepare the to construct a building, raw elements we required. All the elements here we provided, just we gathered. Of course, we can construct a building without having any decoration. Just with raw materials we gather at a single place. Building is prepared. Only that one only we can do with HTML. That means in our language, if you want to say, without markup, a building is constructed without having any decoration. When it comes to the CSS, it will provide what? Markup. The required markup is provided for the building. What is the required markup? No, colors, background colors, front colors, decoration, then ceiling, and the building ceiling, and then wall coloring, wallpapers, and outside also be some sunshine, where some kind of decorative components. The decoration will be added to the building by CSS. Okay, building is available, decoration is provided, but when we go for kitchen room, where we require water or not, or at least when we go for washroom, we require water or not? Understand it? Example I'm telling there. Don't think in bad way. Example I'm telling you. For example, I want to have a fan. I need to switch on the socket or not. There I require some fan or not. Some power is required or not. Some plumber work is required or not. The plumber work and the fans and the electricity wiring inside the building, that everything could be provided by JavaScript. I get my point or not? JavaScript. Okay. Before that, Bootstrap is available. What is the purpose of this Bootstrap? One approach is available to decorate our building. What is that approach? No, I need to take as a owner of this building. I need to take the responsibility of taking some color tubs and color bottles, and I need to take some brush. I need to go for that coloring in my own way. But I'm not professional in that area. As per the basic idea, I'm giving that coloring to my wall. But how much it is look and feel? Yes, sir. Am I right or not? Even I don't know how to select the colors proper way. Random, like I may go to the that shop there. There I'm going to ask there, give red color, give white color, give black color. If I combine all of them, I don't know which color will come there. But finally, I'm able to give some coloring to my building, but it is not in good manner. But what I will do now, if I want to have very good coloring and all these things, what I have to do now, where some third-party people are available outside. I may give contract to the third-party people. They will come to my home. They will go for any type of decoration. Any type of decoration they can do. So like this, some third-party agencies are available nowadays now. The third-party agency is nothing but what there, a framework. That is nothing but what there, Bootstrap. That Bootstrap, if we call that Bootstrap, no, it will provide the required coloring in a simplified way. Just from your side, we have to put money. That's it. Just you have to put attention. That's enough. Everything could be done by Bootstrap. The required coloring and everything simplified. That simplified classes we are going to use in our application. Automatically, that very good decoration will come. That's about like what their Bootstrap. Okay. I want to have a water in the tap. Plumbing work is required. I want to have a power through my wires. When I switch on this, I want to get a fan or maybe light, where some electrician work is required. Electrical work I have to do. Plumbing work I have to do. Some other might be some kind of electricity work here I required. Some kind of meters and meter gauges and everything. Like all these many things are required or not. Minimum household things are required or not. That could be done by what? That could be done by JavaScript. Whenever we prepare an application there, where we need to perform some data validations, where we need to get some event handling, all these things are could be done by what there? JavaScript. Yes, sir. All of you get my point or not? Okay, fine. For example, listen carefully. What I required here inside my home there, I want to have a special effect in my home. What is that special effect? No, my home contains of 5 rooms, for example. My requirement is what there, just when I walk on a particular room, automatically all lights must be switched on. Automatically that fan has to be switched on automatically. That I require. Sir, all of you get my point or not? I'm not going to switch on any button. If I click on some switch there, JavaScript function will be performed giving some required action. But no, I don't require that. My requirement is what that just when I pass to my home, when I pass to my room, automatically what I required here, no, automatically all lights has to be on, automatically fan has to be on, AC must be on. This kind of automatic action I required here. So that simplification of the work is required or not? There, because of that reason we have to go for what there, jQuery, Ajax, this kind of content. I'll get my point or not? So there automatically that effectiveness here we are able to get. That's the intention of like what there user interface. With all these things only we are able to say like what there user interface. Now we can understand. Constructing a house with the basic elements HTML, providing some decoration with what there, what there CSS. Simplify the decoration for our work. What is required now? Bootstrap. Then internal entities work in the sense like what there plumbing work and electrician work. All the things could be done with what there JavaScript. Then automatic operations if we want to perform like what we required here now, jQuery, Ajax, and so on. Sir, got it or not? So this is the total UI technology. Okay, but the total UI technology is a part of like what they part of the user interface layer in the enterprise applications. If enterprise application is not available, then where is the chance of this user interface? No. If enterprise applications are not available, then where we are going to keep all this user interface? No. That's why it's a part of the enterprise application development. It is the front layer of the enterprise application. That is what their user interface layer. So this is exactly the meaning of like what their user interface technology. That means UI technologies. Your technology's purpose is what there in this particular requirement only. Right, sir. Now, this is the total scenario. Here we can understand clearly. Now, tell me, guys, what we understood today. Now, tell me, first of all, what's the point I'm giving there? What is an enterprise? Tell me, what is an enterprise? You know, is a group of organizations running under a single label. It's a business organization where business is on for the services. What is an enterprise application? It's a software application. It can be used to simplify the business processing in the enterprises. Enterprise application architecture. To prepare an enterprise application architecture, what layers here we required now? User interface layer or presentation layer, business processing layer or business layer, data storage and access layer or persistence layer. These many things are required clearly. Next one is, what is this user interface layer or presentation layer now? Some points here are given there. It is the topmost layer in the enterprise applications. Its main purpose is to improve look and feel for the enterprise applications. User interface is providing an entry point for the users to enter into the enterprise applications. User interface layer is providing a very good environment to collect the data in order to submit data to the enterprise applications. User interface will provide a very good environment to perform client-side data validations. User interface layer is able to provide a very good environment to send different types of requests from client to the server side application. To prepare the user interface layer, we have to use a separate logic, that is presentation logic. To prepare the presentation logic in enterprise applications, we have to use a set of technologies like web technologies like HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, jQuery, Ajax. Not only that, even if you want to talk about it now, Angular frameworks. Sir, am I right or not? Frameworks. Not only that, what next one here? Either Angular or next one is like what there? React.js. React.js. Then all these many things are available here about this user interface layer. That's it, sir. Now this is a total story of like what there? User interface layer. Got it or not? Next one is after completion of this, then next one is like what there? Business processing layer. Sir, what next one here? No, business processing layer. Okay. Right, sir. It's okay. This part I will discuss with you tomorrow. Then tomorrow also we have a session. Okay. And this is Sunday. All right. Almost all I given some content to you regarding this core Java. Some topics are pending. Java latest version topics are pending there. I will take in this Sunday. Content is ready. Almost all max content is ready. I'll take the class on this Sunday. So this tomorrow I will continue the same classes here. Then Sunday that core Java classes, the total wind up content I'm going to provide. Monday onwards, as usual, I'll continue the class now, right? Take few minutes break. I think all of you are attending advanced Java class now at 7:30, right? Now take few minutes break and come back now. I'll start advanced Java class here also, okay? Right, sir. In offline, I'm going to take these classes today onwards, the total advanced Java classes now, right, sir? Right, sir. Take few minutes time, then come back for our content, okay? Thank you. Thanks a lot.